Alright guys, let's make an origami crab. Why not? Because we can. So, crabs are adorable creatures. I love it when I get to see them running on the sand and you get to see them like go into their little crabby hole. Ah, so cute. Just get so excited. But they're also very fun to make in origami. It is not our hardest origami video that we will have seen in all of our optional art, but I think it's one of the most fun because it's not too difficult, but you get a really cool, neat shape to begin with when you're all finished, and you can decorate it however you want. So very cool stuff. Let's move our origami crab. This is what it'll look like. Out of the way. And we will focus on our actual, I got dog hair stuck in my head. We'll focus on our paper. So if you have origami paper that's already beautiful and square, more power to you, but most of it do not. So goodbye origami paper. We will be focusing on our computer paper, which is perfectly awesome to make origami with. We just have to make it into a square, not the rectangle, a square. So how do we do that? If you guys remember making our winter snowflakes around December, we had to turn our sketch paper into a square. So I'm just going to give you a quick rundown on how we did that. We've got our corner over here. We want to bring that up to around here. We're trying to make this edge of our paper match this edge of our paper by bringing this corner up. So watch me. This corner is going to fold up over on top of our paper. This edge slowly creeping up here. Creeping, creeping, creeping. We want a nice corner of a triangle right over here. So once you feel like that is a nice pointy triangle, go ahead and press down. And right over here, that whole edge is lined up with the top of that paper, I think. So let's lock that in place. Go ahead and just run your hand across it. You can even take your fingernail and run your back of your fingernail over it, even the front of your fingernail, just lock it in place. And now all we have to do is rip this edge of our paper off, and we will have a square. So how do we do that? I like to fold this down on top of that seam, but sometimes it's hard to see because, like, wait a second, I can't see what's going on underneath the paper there. So let's actually kind of give ourselves some guides. So what I like to do is go all the way up to where that line is that I'm folding over with my fingernail right here. And then I kind of sneak in behind that paper and I push with my other finger right up to this finger, right until I can touch it, just right there. And that's when I start to fold. So I'm going to hold that in place because I know that's exactly where I want it. And now I want to match up this edge over here and make sure that that is flat. So I don't want that little corner sticking out. I want all of that paper over on that edge flat. Because if I can get that paper flat right over here, that means this line that I'm about to create will be a straight line. And hopefully that straight line will be right across the edge of my paper where I want it to be. So now that I have that fold in place, what we want to do is really run our fingernail, the tip of our fingernail right along it, and we want to make this fold nice and weak. So what are we going to do? We are going to open it up, flip our paper over, and fold it back on itself. And then run our finger across it one more time. And then what are we going to do? Open it up, fold it over, flip it over, fold it back again the other way. And do the same thing. You want to do that maybe like 4 or 5 times until you start to feel that seam getting kind of weak. And sometimes once you start going, it's not going to take as often as much pressure to make that seam kind of fall back into place. That's when you know it's starting to get weak. That's good. Okay. Then you want to flip your paper over, and we are going to rip this apart. I'm going to hold it in place here, press down with that hand, and I'm going to rip slowly with my other hand. But what you want to do not start with this pointy end right over here. I find it better to start with the flat end. So we have this entire paper here, not the pointy end, the nice and flat end. So I'm going to hold here and start ripping. See, look, so easy. Right here. And I'm just going to keep pressing right along the seam where I am ripping with my fingers. Just like that. Awesome. I will clean that up, I promise. Don't. I have to clean up after myself. But for you guys, don't make a mess. Clean up. Okay, so for those of you who started with square paper, we have our square paper now. We are caught up. We are going to fold it into a triangle. We already did that step. We're good. So now we are going to make another seam, another fold that goes across here like an X. So we are going to fold again like a triangle. This corner over to here. Match up those corners. Nice and crisp. Triangle. Okay. All the way. Fantastic. Open it up and you have an X. Yay. Now let's make a T. So for that, we are going to fold this edge down to here. So this edge down to here. And let's do that. You want to make sure you're moving nice and slow. Make sure all of your corners are matching up. Make sure all of your folds are nice and crisp. We're working on a flat surface. We've got the first part of our T. Let's get the second part of our T. Fold our paper the other way. Match up the other two corners. Ooh, we are flying along, right guys? All right. Doing great. Now, what we want to do, we want to make this into a triangle. So there are a couple of ways that you can do that. You can take your paper and kind of push in on the seam of that T and push out on the triangle back there, and the triangle over here you can see start to form. And bring that seam together down here. And you get a triangle here. You get a triangle over here. That seems messy to me. So what I like to do is just hold this. This triangle right here is the base of the triangle we are trying to make. So I'm going to hold that in place. I'm going to take this shape and match it right over here. Same with this shape. It's going to match right over here. So watch. Boom. It's starting to already take shape. So if we fold those two in and bring those seams together right here, we actually get our triangle on the back, and we have this kind of floppy stuff happening over here. All you need to do is pull those corners down, and what? We got our triangle. All right, so let's lock that into place. And what does our triangle look like from the top? It looks like this nice pointy thing with these two open sides. Same triangle look on the back and the top. What's it look like on the inside? Boom, just like that. If yours looks like that, you did a good job. Okay, so now what we're actually going to do. This one has two flaps, this one has two flaps. Let's make it so we have three flaps on one side. 1, 2, 3, and one flap on this side. Okay, I believe what we're folding now are the back legs. So what we are going to do is fold this corner of the flap we just folded over here with our 3, and we're going to fold that up. But we want to make sure that the bottom of that fold stops right at this line, this crease that we made with our other folds. So I'm going to, boom, fold that up, lock that in place. Awesome. Flip that back over. Now what we have is two flaps on this side, one that we folded, and two flaps over here. So we're going to take this other third flap, this other second flap over here, flip it over here. So we have 3 happening over here. And we're going to fold this up so it matches right with that triangle that we just folded, and the bottom goes right to this crease. Fantastic. Now, put that back. Now we've got this cool diamond kite shape. Got these triangles sticking out, and we have this triangle that we have in the back. So let's flip our paper over, and we've got this cool shape. Looks a little bit like the frog, or a frog, leaping. Okay, now what we want to do is fold the entire base of this triangle, this right here, up to right where these triangles meet the paper. So that joint right there, this will meet that joint. I'm going to fold that up until they meet. Voila. Once I like it, it's high enough, I'm good. I'm just holding the middle in place until I'm liking what I'm seeing on the side. Fantastic. All right, if it starts to get to be a little bit too much paper that your fingernail really isn't doing the job, you can take a pen, just like this, a pen cap, and kind of lock things in place just like that too. Works just fine, whatever method you need. Okay, now we are going to fold the top down a little bit. We're going to create his butt. So there's no real rhyme or reason to how far, but we just want some space right here. I would say if you put your pinky there, it's about enough space in between the point of that triangle and the point of the bottom triangle, that bottom edge. I'm going to take my pen again and lock that in place. Good to go. Now we are going to fold these guys down this way, but we are going to make the fold happen from this corner right here. Watch me. I'm taking this whole edge and folding down here, and making sure that that fold comes all the way up to that edge. And what we're really looking for is for a nice negative space triangle. Right here, that is not my paper. That would be my positive space. That is my desk, the area behind my paper, so that's my negative space. And that is one nice negative space desk triangle right there. So I'm going to lock that in place. Fantastic. I'm going to try to make the same thing happen over here. So I'm going to grab this flap, fold them down, boom, down to here. And with the fold happening from all the way up there, and you want it to be about the same angle as happening on this other side. Just make sure the paper is doing what you want it to. Remember your negative space triangles. Those should look about the same too. That looks good. Not sure I could really do any better, so I'm happy with that. That works fine. All right. Now what are we going to do? We're going to flip this guy over like this. And we are going to make these pinchers, they are from pinchers, just a little bit thinner. So I'm actually going to take this point right here, and I'm going to bring that over to this edge. Like so. So I've got this edge right here, this point of this right here. That's where my fold is originating, starting right there at that corner. The edge of the point of this right here is coming down to this edge of the paper. Fantastic. I'm left with a little bit of a flat spot at the top, exactly what I am looking for. So let's do the same thing over here. So this point is coming to this edge, and the beginning of that fold is going to happen from this point right here. So let's bring him down here. froze. Come on. Hi. That happens sometimes. Alright, so bringing that point right down here to that edge. And we want a little piece of flat right at the top right there. And it ends right at that corner. Fantastic. Alright guys, I think we are ready to flip our paper over and have our crab revealed. So, there's our crab. So we have the other crab that I drew right over here. Now they are friends. And we can draw our crabby face right on here if you would like to. It looks like a crab, but it always helps to put the eyes in the right spot and give it some mouth or something. So I think crabby looks best if you give him 2 big round eyes that are just circles. And I always like to give a little highlight circle inside of my eyes. Sometimes it's fun to give 2 of those, one right across, smaller on the other. And then you can give him a little mouth and even a little tongue if you want to, just like so. And then I'm going to color in the black part of the eye. And we have our origami crabbies. I don't know why I like to make them make the crab noise. I hope you guys had fun. I hope your crab turned out great. And I hope you enjoyed making some origami. Miss you guys. See you. I'm so proud of you. You're amazing.